And if you don't design influence intentionally, you will be influenced accidentally. Accidental influence leads to accidental results. Intentional influence leads to engineered success. Let me leave you with this thought before we move to the next stage of our journey. Leadership is not about being the hero. It is about building systems where heroic effort is unnecessary. When your behaviors align with your goals, progress becomes predictable. When progress becomes predictable, stress decreases. When stress decreases, clarity increases. When clarity increases, confidence grows. Confidence attracts opportunity. Opportunity, wisely managed, builds wealth. And wealth, when rooted in disciplined behavior, becomes freedom. In the next part, we will go deeper into how to identify the vital behaviors that change everything, how to focus your effort on the few actions that drive disproportionate results in leadership, relationships, and financial growth. If you want dramatic change, stop trying to change everything. That sentence alone can save you years of frustration. Most leaders fail not because they lack effort, but because they lack focus. They attack too many problems at once. They launch massive initiatives. They flood teams with priorities. They overwhelm themselves with goals. And then they wonder why nothing sticks. Change collapses under complexity, but transformation thrives under precision. The most successful influencers we've studied all share one discipline. They identify the vital few behaviors that create disproportionate impact. Not 20 behaviors, not 10. Usually 2 or 3. Here's the paradox. Massive outcomes are driven by microscopic actions. The key is finding which actions. Let me illustrate. In one manufacturing plant, productivity was falling. Leadership assumed morale was low. They introduced incentive programs, town halls, and bonuses. Nothing moved. When they studied top-performing shifts, they discovered something fascinating. The best teams had one consistent habit. They held 5-minute pre-shift huddles to review safety risks and production targets. That was it. 5 minutes of alignment. When leadership implemented that single behavior company-wide and reinforced it socially and structurally, performance rose dramatically. Not because people worked harder, but because the right behavior was repeated consistently. Now apply this to your life. If you want financial freedom, what are your vital behaviors? It is not A, be wealthy. It is not a make more money. Those are outcomes. Outcomes are lagging indicators. Behaviors are leading indicators. If you studied financially free individuals, you would notice patterns. They track their net worth monthly. They invest before they spend. They continuously upgrade income-generating skills. They associate with disciplined peers. You don't need 100 financial habits.